Hey guys, this is Aeschylus doing another review for Aussie Games Express, and today we'll be looking at Dragon Age.
Today is a good day. Today is a very good day.
Now I've broken up this review into three different parts. I'll start off jump straight into gameplay, and while I'm sort of explaining what's happening, I'll talk a bit about the background of the game. I've had a few people ask me, do you need to have played Dragon Age Origins or Dragon Age 2? And I just have to say no. I find there's enough filler and enough backstory in the 100 or so hours that I've played so far. But I would strongly recommend playing Dragon Age 1 over Dragon Age 2, as I find it's more true to its RPG elements, where I found Dragon Age 2 was more focused on the visuals and I guess broadening its audience. So, but anyway, I'll just get into it. I am now facing up to a dragon. This is the first dragon I've come across. Yeah, and it's a bit of a challenge. So as you'll see, it takes me a fair while to wear it down. I find most dragons, there's a certain strategy you'll find halfway through it, and you'll find out what its weaknesses are. They're not overpowered, but you'll definitely find a challenge. So here we go. Now I've chosen a Kunari, which is, I guess, a very unknown race in Thetis, which is the world that Dragon Age is set in. I've chosen also a mage, which the backstory is that Kunari mages were prisoners that were locked away. They were very much under the thumb in their race. The fact that my character's a 7 foot, has bull horns, and is leading a large organisation. It's just it added so many RPG elements to what I wanted to play first up as my character. So yeah, no, and you'll also probably find that I switched to tactical view quite a bit. I find in the large battles that it's easier just to stop. Give your squad members missions to do. So say who you want to attack, who you want your tank to aggro, who you want your archers or your mages to nullify, and then because my class is more a support class, I'll throw out armor fields and that sort of thing to help out. Yeah, no, as I was saying, I've probably put 100 hours into it. When I did this short video, I was probably about 35 into it. I just reached Skyhold, which is the main customized castle that you'll come across. It's where your house is, where your people live, and pretty much where you run the Inquisition from. A little bit about the Inquisition. Pretty much it is above everything in the world. The Chantry and the Templars, the leaders of those organisations, have been wiped out. You'll find out in the first 5 minutes of the game what has happened. Yeah, and you establish the Inquisition, you have everyone rally under you because there's a big hole in the sky and demons are coming out of it. So there has been some negative reviews that the story was too open and that it was too broad and it wasn't specific enough, but I found that there was enough characters and enough people talking to you, telling you what's going on, that it just adds, you're pretty much building your own game on that precinct that the end of the world is coming, they need someone to turn to, and you are the likely person because they think you are the Herald of Andraste, who happens to be the god at that time. So anyway, I'll let the video play and I'll get back into it. Now the next video that I've recorded using my PlayStation 4 was, I'll get more into the customization parts of it. So I'll talk a bit about the craft systems, the mounts that you'll come across in the game, and I'll also talk a bit about the choices you make in the game, which lead to whether you join the Templars, join the Mages, whether you see an Empress assassinated or you side with her. If you decide to make your castle more of a military style, or whether you're going to be the person that people come to in their hour of need, so you have gardens, hospitals, infirmaries, or and that sort of thing. I'll also talk about the mission types. So there's your main mission, side quests, and then your war table, where they're more timed based. So you'll send out your spy master, your diplomat, or your commander to do those, and you get rewards. And a lot of those are opened up with agents, so people that you meet in the game you help, and they'll say, hey, you helped me, can I join the Inquisition? And then they, in turn give you side missions. And you can also, you'll come across stuff like broken bridges or strongholds in the game, and you can fix those up and start base your Inquisition at those points. So,
my life! Did you all see that? Asa!
So this part of my video here is about Skyhold. So it's pretty much your main base of operations that you'll come across about maybe midway through the game. I'll just sort of show you around, go to the war table, show a few missions, and a bit of a conversation to show the cutscene elements and a bit of the romance elements too, but it won't go too far. So with Cassandra, Lady Cassandra, who is the Seeker who you meet at the start of the game, and she pretty much kicks your ass, and pretty much because you've wiped out all the leaders in the world, but you're also a mage too, so she's not too impressed about that. So now this is the Undercroft. So this is pretty much where you build your weapons, build your armor. You can in other locations in the world, but this is the main area. You can also customize Skyhold, so you can decide what's it going to look like, your drapes, your windows. It's really the aesthetics. So do you want it to look nice and rich and cheerful, or barbarian like, or that sort of thing. There's different sections of the castle, so your characters have different areas. There's a dungeon, so when you get prisoners, and you will get heaps of prisoners, you can either send them to the dungeon, execute them, or make them agents and get them working for you. So that's a nice element that you'll come across. So some of the enemies you defeat will actually end up as your peons, or or you can hang them. So now the war table pretty much is where a lot of your agents are used. You'll also find some of the main missions are started from there, and also you'll find certain areas in maps where it might be a broken bridge, a stronghold, a cave that's been collapsed in, and you'll have to spend money to have that fixed in order to gain access to those areas. you'll also find specialized missions. So you've helped out a person a certain way, and they've rewarded you by saying, "Hey, look, there's this temple here. It's full of gold and treasure. No one else knows about it, and that's your reward." So yeah, it's a lot of time consuming, because when you send out your agents, it could take 15 minutes, could take 3 hours, but it is very rewarding. You get a lot of reputation through doing it, which strengthens the Inquisition, gets you up perks in Inquisition, so you can spend those in certain areas. It also, you get resources, you get weapons, you get weapon upgrades, that sort of thing. So a lot of your weaponry can be upgraded. I found the best stuff that you can use you actually make yourself. So my advice would be collect every resource you can find, collect every schematic, and just sell everything you get, because it's better off having the gold and just making the stuff yourself. So. So here I'm going to customize a part of Skyhold. I'm going to insert an hospital into my grounds in order to help people improve my standing with, I guess, be seen as a herald of the people, rather than simply someone who just wants to fight and kill everything. So maybe in my second playthrough, that's how I'll go about things. I'll also show a bit of other stuff you can upgrade and customize, and yeah. Now here is Cassandra. She's one of the members of my squad. I use her quite a bit in my team because she's pretty favourable tank. Uses shield and sword. Just someone who's has a strong quest line, and I am just about to show a bit of the cutscene here, just so you can get a bit of a feel about how Dragon Age flows.
All of this once belonged to the Tevinter Imperium. Andraste changed that, as did the Blights. As for what will come next, I cannot guess the Maker's plan.
We make the world a better place.
Because everyone agrees on what better means. I know I want a world where people trust the Chantry and that trust is respected. And I have no idea if my wanting these things makes any of them right.
Even if they're not right, they're certainly admirable.
Some would disagree. They would call it heresy.
That didn't sound like the ravings of a heretic, Cassandra.
Perhaps not. But it takes precious little effort to paint even an act of compassion as damaging. Tell me, what guides you? You make decisions that shake the world, yet always seem so assured. I wish I had your confidence.
If I'm guided by anything, it's you.
Oh, excellent. The blind leading the blind.
I don't think you're blind.
Clearly, you haven't been paying attention.
Haven't I?
When we first met, if someone told me I would be pleased to have you lead me, I would have throttled them. But I am. The Maker chose well.
I hope we can call each other friends.
I hope so too. We still have a long road to travel, Inquisitor.
So I'm just going to upgrade my courtyard, and then after that I will show you my final video, which is a nice quick one, which was something I stumbled across. So it was pretty much a random event of a dragon and a giant punching on. So that's how I'm going to finish my gameplay review. I thoroughly enjoyed Dragon Age Inquisition. I found it fulfilling. I'm probably 100 plus hours into it, and I'm not even close to finishing it. I'm already planning a second playthrough as well. For people who don't know much about Dragon Age, you'll find plenty just picking the game up and having a playthrough. There's plenty of codexes to read through, side characters filling in those gaps, and there's definitely a lot you can do and ways to customize the character the way you want to.
Seeker, you're the dragon expert. What do we do now?
Don't get killed
And
by
now there's
either
a
of them.
dragon fighting a troll sort of thing. And I'm sitting there watching it happen in front of me. Yeah, these dragons walked away and those trolls like, yeah, I'm just gonna go and throw rocks at you. And the rocks like it. Now we're shooting away from doing that. Pros for Dragon Age Inquisition is that it has a large gameplay. Certainly a lot of replay to get value for money. Plenty of good voiceovers, good characters. They've gone really strong on the strategy focus. So you'll find that there'll be times, not really in a sense puzzles and that sort of thing, but you can't hack and slash every enemy. I did it on a regular playthrough, and I found there were times where I had to change my approach or my weapon layout and my party layout. So sometimes I went 2 tanks and a mage, and other times all warriors with me just hanging back, being that I was a mage and weak link for certain rogue type characters. So some of the cons, there's not too many. There's a reoccurring bug I find when I'm in the character leveling up screen. Sometimes it will just stay there and not move, and you'll have to restart your game. But I find autosaves are frequent, and yeah, I have never had a chance of where I've completed a quest, that issue's happened, and then I've missed 30 minutes of content. I find every time I go into a room, or every time I fast travel to a different area, it's saving the game. So yeah, definitely there's a lot of characters that you'll love, there's a lot of characters you'll hate. My next playthrough I'll probably try a rogue type mischievous character that, you know, does what it wants for power and glory. My current playthrough, I'm a canary mage that's trying to save the world, so yeah. Yeah, not too much else I can say on the fact. I'm enjoying it. I can't put it down. If you have any questions, certainly get onto the page and talk to Aeschylus or anyone else that's sort of got the game. And yeah, this is my review. I'm Aeschylus, and it's for Aussie Games Express. Check out our podcast. Check out our Facebook page. We're always looking for new members. And yeah, and we've also into Call of Duty Clan Wars, so if you're into that, certainly jump on, or even the co-op elements of Dragon Age. It's a bit of a dungeon crawl, so certainly jump on that, and we're always, you know, welcoming of new people. So well, cheers again for listening, and enjoy the rest of the video.